Hey, we're back at the Gator Pit, and today we're going to be talking about diet and performance. For us, performance dieting means having a goal. So whether that's, functioning, whether it's an event, for athletics or whatever. We don't want someone to choose a scale weight or a BMI percentage they want to meet. What we would rather have people go with is body composition, percent body fat, percent lean mass. If you have a competition in mind where you have to be a certain weight, or you have a certain goal and being that weight is going to help you, that's good. Or just, you need it for daily life. You need it for your activity so you don't feel worn down chasing the kids around or playing golf.
So dieting is a 24/7 thing. You have to eat all day, you have to drink water. You can't just check out. You can't just say, well, I'm going to eat whatever I want this time, because it all goes in, it all matters. And so the biggest thing is just, what are you eating? Having awareness. There's a lot of great websites where you can use their tools to log your food, and so you can see. You don't have to do it all the time. You can just do it for a week and see what you're actually putting in your body. You'll be very surprised.
It's macronutrients. The big three are carbs, protein, and fat. So carbohydrates are what are considered the main, energy source. That's from, sugars. There's complex carbs in breads and wheats and whatever. Then there's protein, which is muscle tissue. It's, animals. It's, also in vegetables and other sources, but mainly from animals. And then there's fat. There's essential proteins that your body needs that it can't make on its own with other things you put into it. There's essential fats that you can't make in your body. So those are two things you need to have in your diet. You need to have some protein, you need to have some fat. Carbohydrates, on the other hand, there's no essential carbohydrate. Carbs are good, but you should earn them. You should have to be working out. That's the extra thing. That's what is good for performance, but if you're not performing, it's going to hurt you in the long run.
For manipulating your own body weight, we have some of our own beliefs on what we'll do if we're preparing for a competition. A lot of that comes down to kind of food density. So low density versus high density foods. Low density food would be foods that are fibrous. They have a lot of liquid in them. A lot of plants and vegetables will fall into this category. High density foods are foods that are going to be fattier or have a lot more sugar in them. And so the overall volume you can actually handle and feel full from is going to be the same amount. The volume in your stomach is going to be relatively the same, but how dense it is, how many calories are in there per meal can depend on the density of that food. So if we're trying to gain weight, we'll eat a lot more high density foods. If we're trying to drop some weight for our contest, we'll eat more low density foods. It'll help us be more successful when we actually sit down and eat at any given meal. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about just generally food and how to make some decisions, we're going to have an example. Candy's going to join us and talk to us a little bit about what she wants to do. She already has a goal in mind and how to reach it. So what is your goal?
All right, my current goal is to cut weight 4 pounds for the strongman competition, which is February 25th.
Okay, what would you do if you had a similar predicament?
If I only had to lose 4 pounds and you have this long, you can keep your performance up, you can keep your strength up just by changing your diet a little bit right now, by having, eating foods that are going to keep you more full, decreasing the density of some of your foods. So having, the beans and the vegetables and stuff, increase the intake of those. That's going to keep you full, keep you from eating more sugary stuff, more snacks, increase your water intake, increase vegetables, probably keep your proteins the same, and restrict the carbs a little bit, especially on non-workout days. You'll meet that goal very easily. And then there's fat. Delicious.
All right, record.
And hammer time. Drop the hammer.
Look at this.
Okay.
So I want to go to a pizza party. I want to eat all this other stuff. Back in and see how you do in February.